Welcome everyone back to another Dragon Ball Z video. My name is D-Free here today. I don't even know what to call this, but this is one of the first Super Dragon Ball Heroes videos I've done in a very long time. But I did have some information for you guys that I wanted to go ahead and report for you. So, long story short, it does appear that Dragon Ball Heroes will be coming west with the Nintendo Switch edition of the series. So, that actually is a very, very big deal. Now, a few months ago, there was some talk about the arcade machines getting localized. It seems like that kind of fell under, and they kind of are probably not going to be doing that. But nonetheless, it is still cool to see integration for Heroes coming west, because if you guys didn't know, it was so bad that a lot of times when things would come out with the Heroes logo on them, when they got localized, the logo would change to something like Dragon Ball Super, etc., just because Japan had absolutely no interest in marketing Heroes outside of Japan. So as far as Dragon Ball Heroes goes, of course, it is one of the most expansive things in the Dragon Ball universe as we sit today. So that being said, there's a lot of characters and just a lot of different iterations, and you guys might have been seeing some of that from like the promotional anime that's been going on as well every few weeks and stuff like that. But I'm excited about this and what it means for just Dragon Ball fandom in general. So we're going to talk about that here today, and we're going to go over a few posts that I have here, courtesy of a couple of websites. So to begin, Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission has only been announced thus far, but based on a new classification, we could be getting a Western release. So as of right now, the game has only been announced in Japan, so that means that, of course, until we get an actual announcement, everything is hearsay. So that being said, over in Australia, Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission was rated today. Usually these listings are signs that developers and publishers intend to release their games in the designated territory. If and when Bandai Namco makes an official announcement, we'll be sure to let you know. So pretty much what they are saying is the games get released, or excuse me, rated before release, and typically that means that in that area where it got rated, of course, they plan to release this game to that public. Now, of course, if it comes to Australia, best believe it's going to come to other areas, right? So that being said, it has been rated and stuff like that over in Australia, and this is a brief look at what they did over there. So, of course, they rated it PG, etc., etc. They talk about it, official country of origin, Japan, etc. So it has been rated in Australia. So that means that, of course, like they said, there's probably some interest there to bringing it to that market. Now, as far as Heroes goes, of course, like I said, it is one of the most expensive things that's never really been marketed outside of Japan. But recently, right, there have been signs of maybe Japan deciding to change their ideas on this. And, of course, that comes from the English version of the game arcade machine that was on the Dragon Ball Tour. I don't believe it still is. I could be mistaken. But nonetheless, other than that, the Dragon Ball Super card game is a really, really, really big indicator. The most recent set actually features a lot of different Heroes characters such as Xeno Goku, Xeno Vegeta. We also have the Black Mask Saiyan, aka Vegeta with the mask on, things like that. And that, of course, is in English, so it's like they're throwing it in your face. And then, of course, Xenoverse is always kind of pulled from there, among other things like Dragon Ball Online. So it's like they have things that have slowly but surely been trickling this stuff into our general populace. And of course, if you guys play the Japanese games, maybe you guys have been playing these games on like the DS, or even if you've gone to Japan physically and played on the arcade machines themselves. Also, Dokkan. I know a lot of you guys in my audience are huge fans of Dokkans, of course, and there have been a few banners that have come. We're going to talk about that in a little bit and what that could potentially mean for the English Dokkan version as well, alongside other games just in general, like, you know, maybe more console releases, who knows. I don't want to get too crazy with it. Maybe Legends is affected too, but of course, there have been iterations of these types of support banners and stuff like that, collaborations on the Japanese Dokkan that could be coming to the English version as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at the actual update announcement a few weeks ago that came out. I didn't really talk about it too much, but of course, if you guys don't know what this is, it's a card battle game. Pretty much you slide the cards, your cards just kind of do everything else. You really don't have to do much. So anyways, moving on. The latest issue of V-Jump reveals that DIMS developed the Super Card Battle adventure game Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission for the Switch. A release date and price were not announced, so we don't have the actual release date in general. I hope that it will be a worldwide launch thing, but there's also a possibility it comes out in Japan first and then everywhere else later. So, of course, this got announced in October, so about a month ago, actually. So there's this post here that I'm going to leave in the description for you guys to kind of see a little bit of like how this works and stuff like that. So really, the way it works when you go to arcades, of course, is if you utilize these actual physical cards here. So these are physical cards you can get and utilize and play with. So, of course, on the DS edition, that's not really a thing. So I'm assuming that the Switch edition is going to be a lot like the DS edition, where you just play entirely differently, and you don't really need all that stuff. So moving on, we have an actual trailer we're going to take a look at here. I know Ryan put up a video for it. You guys have probably seen it, but we're going to look at it really quick. Actually, from here, I'm actually going to turn that off. Let's watch it. That UI and that Vegito, or Gogeta, excuse me. Oh, there's the Vegito. SS4 Goku, I saw you. Most thing I'm excited about, though, is the graphics. I think it'll be dope on the Switch. Here we are with some graphics. Oh, Vejanks. That super slow-mo there. Oh, Time Patrol Gohan! I love that guy so much. Cumber. Alright, so that's pretty much it. So, again, it is coming, and apparently there's a little teaser for the next antagonist or something like that, which is not entirely related to the video, but we'll let it play. That looks kind of like Hit. Alright, coming 2019, so there's our release date. Sometime next year. Of course, the year's over, so, oh, hey, my video. The year's over anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about Dokkan. So, these are all units that have come out on Dokkan over the last few years. We had Super Pikkon, Baby Janemba, Kid Buu, well, Buu and Kid Buu with Bobbity absorbed, whatever the heck that thing is. Anyways, oh no, Kid Buu with Bobbity absorbed. There we go. We had Darkness Toa, Mass Saiyan, who wasn't on that banner but is still from Dragon Ball Heroes. This is just a category of like characters that are from Dragon Ball Heroes. And of course, Mass Saiyan. Some of these characters can kind of bleed into the global version of the game already just because of their integration in Xenoverse. This guy is an example of that. I believe he's in that game. It's been a while. I haven't played Xenoverse in like 2 years, yo. Teen Gotenks is here. Super Saiyan 3 Bardock as well. He can, of course, bleed in. Broly. We have Gohan and then Trunks there. Next up, there will be another banner coming to the Japanese version of the game this month featuring like Xeno Goku and Vegeta, Super Saiyan 3 if I recall correctly. A few other things like the Transformed Migra and stuff like that. So, of course, that's always nice to see, right? So what that means is that if we keep on getting integration globally, worldwide, for Dragon Ball Heroes, what that ultimately means is we're going to get to a point where Global will finally start to see these units, which is a good thing, amazingly. I'm happy about that because these are like some of the only units that Global doesn't really get. Other than that, I'm not super excited about it just because they're old. They need an awakening. Some of these units have it, some of them don't, and they just need it badly. Like, for example, this unit used to be incredibly dominant. Now he just gets dominated. So yeah, like that's how things are going to be, guys. If we keep on, what the heck, man, with all these ads, if we keep on getting more integration between the games, this could affect Legends as well. Other games, maybe we get a console like, you know, we're getting the Switch is a console version, but I mean like maybe we get more these characters in like console games like Xenoverse or Fighters, things like that. And of course, that's just it. So I hope that this is finally time for us to be able to get these characters on just locally, right? And just marketing for Heroes and all that stuff. I hope that it's finally time. We've waited for this for like 10 plus years or so, and maybe it's happening. So everyone, I hope that you all enjoyed. Hit subscribe if you are new, and let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Are you guys most excited about the integration in the mobile games? Are you excited about just in general things like the toys, etc., etc. we could be getting? Let me know. Have an awesome day, everyone, and I'll catch you all in the next one.